Welcome back, everybody. It's American Wings channel here. I'm Paul. Crystal's behind the camera there.
Hello.
We didn't have a whole lot to do this week. I've been working for the last 2 weeks pretty steady. Got a lot of hours in.
Thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully I went back to work there.
He was going a little stir crazy.
Yeah, it ain't fun not working. It ain't fun working, but it ain't fun.
Not working.
Not
working's worse.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to take the square body here and run down there to where the 48's are in the storage over there. And I don't have a 6-volt battery yet, but anyway, we can go over there and do a little introduction to the 48's, and we'll be right back here in just a minute. We'll be over there. Well, we're over here in the storage yard, I guess you'd call it. Oh, just right down the road from where we live. This is the first 48 that I bought from a person in Taylor. It's about 40-50 miles.
Like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30-ish minutes.
Down 94, going towards Bismarck there. But yeah, this is the first one that we bought. And then the guy's grandpa actually owned it. I think the grandpa bought it brand new, I think. And drove it a long time. And then when he passed away, his mom and his dad got it, and then they used it to build a driveway with it, and then they just parked it, is what he told me.
Didn't it used to be an old grain truck?
Yeah, it's an old grain truck, what it is. It had everything on the back of it, a grain door and everything on the back of it, but they used it to build their driveway with, and then they just parked it, told their son, do what you're going to do with it. You're going to sell the junk car, do what you're going to do with it. They're not going to use it no more. So I found it online, paid a little much for it, but it was better than it going for junk iron. I just couldn't see it going for junk iron. But this in here has got the flathead V8 in it. So I guess we can look on the inside of it. Got the homemade seat there. You gotta love that. It's a 4-speed transmission. Dump bed. This right here is how you dump the bed and let the bed back down. I don't know if I think that thing's froze up. It's got a high-low rear end under it, and that is right here. That's how you when you push this one in, it's in the low side. You gotta be driving it, and when you pull it out, it goes in the high side transmission. Which I think this truck will run probably every bit of 35 miles an hour down the highway, which is too fast for this old truck. But Anthony got this windshield put in it. I forgot where I even got that windshield at. I think I got it from Mr. Eddie, but Anthony put this window in it. I couldn't, it was hard to get it in there. And anyway, we can look at this here. Got the, like I said, got the flathead V8 in it. 6-volt battery over there, and it ain't no good. I've had it for I don't know how long. I don't know how long I've had that. I bought it whenever I bought this truck. But it is a positive ground, which means this is the positive side, and it goes down there to the ground, down there to the motor. And this is the hot side with the negative. And it's a positive ground. It's pretty, I don't know why they done it that way, but Ford thought it would be a good idea to go positive ground because they thought it would keep the rust off the frame. Don't understand that logic, but that's what they wanted to do. But a flathead V8, this right here is the head right here. And all it is just like it's a piece of metal, just a flat piece of metal. It's got holes drilled in it for the spark plugs, and I think it's got a water jacket through there to keep the motor cool. It's got a water pump for each side. This side for this side, and that's for that side. The water pumps down here are actually they're actually the motor mounts for it. I thought that was pretty cool. The motor mount or the water pump. That's pretty cool. It's got a generator here instead of alternator. It's called a generator. Works pretty good. Anthony got it running, well working. Got the brushes cleaned up on it and everything. We put new spark plug wires on it whenever we got it, new spark plugs in it, changed the oil probably 15 times in it to try to get all the sludge out of it that we could. Oh, carburetor.
Had to work on the brakes.
Yeah, man, I put new, it's actually got a brake booster on it, under the cab, of course. And we had it completely rebuilt, but I got a wheel cylinder leaking on it somewhere, so the brakes on this truck don't work right now. They don't. But of course, you got the radiator right here. But this is a good truck. Whenever we get it going, and I don't think it's. Let me see if this thing's even got any kind of. I think Anthony said it didn't have any juice at all in it. I don't think it does. No, there ain't nothing. Nothing at all. They won't even make the gauges come on. So that battery's toast. I should have took it with that junk iron. But I gotta have a trade-in for it.
Yeah, you need a core.
I need a core. But this is, like I said, this is the first one that we bought. The bed on it, me and Anthony redone the bed on it. It's got a lot of stuff in the back here that I gotta get.
It's kind of our storage.
Yeah, it's kind of storage. We can open the. Got a lot of stuff. I don't even know what that hose is doing.
Oh, I forgot we had those up here.
Yeah, we bought some of our lumber up here. That's pretty good too.
That's a nice piece.
Hunk of wood there. We got some tires. I guess those are Anthony's tires, I guess, off this square body.
Had to have been. There's more tires back there.
That was probably so damn weather cracked that it ain't no good. But that up there is the door for the grain. That the grain bed left on it. It had a door that you'd open up where you could raise your bed all the way up and open the door up, and it wouldn't just fall out or just dump out all at one time. It had that door to kind of slow it down a little bit. But this is the one we bought. And this is here.
She was lonely.
Yeah.
In this yard here, and she needed a friend.
Yeah, so we bought this truck here. So we bought this one in Taylor. No, this one we bought from Eddie.
This one was from Eddie.
This is we bought from Eddie. Eddie called me up one day, said, "Hey, got something you might want." And I'm like, "Well, I'm sure you do," because he's always got stuff. He's got 10 acres. One day we're gonna take y'all down there and just show y'all the stuff he's got. I'm not kidding you. It's good stuff. But he called me and said he had a F6 grain truck, and it wasn't locked up, and it's got a title. But it actually got both titles to both these trucks. This is the inside of this one.
Ooh, those are nice looking seats.
Yeah, they're not bolted down or anything.
I'm sure they're not.
But
Those
this
nice
one I
looking
think was taking a little bit better. I think this one doesn't have as many miles on it as that one over there does. I think this one was only driven for grain during the summer when they were hauling grain. Is what this one I think was, because I think they drove that one there more. You can tell the transmission's got a lot of play in it and it's not very tight. But this transmission here is really tight transmission in it, and everything works but the brakes.
Well, is there anything that you have good brakes on?
No. So, you know, this one here's got a flathead 6-cylinder in it. It's got the flathead 6-cylinder in it. Same thing over there. It's a flathead. This right here is just a piece of metal. Just a flat piece of metal, all it is. That's got holes drilled in it for spark plugs. And I'm sure everybody out there probably knows what a flathead is. You got the piston, and then your valves are actually in the block instead of overhead valves or in the heads. These valves that are in flatheads, the valves are in the block, and the piston, they run right beside the piston. But it's got, this one here is it's just a 6-cylinder, so it's only got one water pump on it, of course, right here. I think the carburetor's the same. I did put a new fuel pump right here. I put a new fuel pump on this one. Surprisingly, they had it. I thought that was pretty cool. Put the original fuel pump on it. That thing right there, that's for this piece right here. This is for your brakes. And this piece right here, that's that one that I showed you in there that you pulled for your high-low rear end. It's on a vacuum. So this right here is for your power brakes, and it pulls vacuum for your high-low rear end. And I think this one here, you gotta get the points for it.
Yeah, that's the one that needs points.
I couldn't get it to crank last time I was over here. Anthony wanted to drive it around, and I couldn't get it to run. But it does have a generator on it too, instead of an alternator. I gotta get a 6-volt battery to get these things running again. This one here I had to put a new dilly bobber here on it, and the new fuel pump, and it ran pretty good. These old flathead V8s over here, the fuel pump on these were back there in the back. Somebody deleted this fuel pump. If you can see that right there, that's a plate that somebody put, I think they built it, cut it out, and just stuck it over that. And because the fuel pump went out on it, and I got a 6-volt fuel pump. I guess I put it under the, because this is the wire for it right there. I guess it's underneath the truck. But these old flathead, these V8, the fuel pumps on them, they would vapor lock real bad. And this one over here, that one over there, when we got it, it had a lot of paper clips, clothespins on the fuel line. Because whenever, clothespins.
Like you hang clothes out to dry.
And,
Clothespins.
What it would do, the fuel pumps would run so hot, or the fuel would go through there, and it won't, especially in the flathead, in the V8s, the fuel pump would run hot, and it would vaporize the fuel, and it would vapor lock the fuel pump, and it wouldn't pump no more. So people believe that if you put, and I guess it worked, because that's what they done. There'd be a row of paper clips. It was on that truck there when I got it. A row of clothespins on the fuel line that took heat away from the fuel line, so the fuel itself wouldn't vaporize. So if you ever find one of these old trucks that's got a bunch of clothespins on the fuel line,
leave them alone.
That's what they were for. It pulled it somehow or another. It pulled the heat off of the fuel line and didn't let the fuel vaporize and stuff. But we can look in the back of this truck here. I got a few stuff in the back of this truck. Both the dump heads work on these trucks too. And me and Anthony actually changed the springs under this one because the springs were broke real bad. And somebody did put a frame that's doubled up. Whoever had it, put this part underneath it to keep the frame from bending. And they done the same thing on this one. They just didn't go all the way back. He said that's just a small piece of angle iron there, but it helped, I'm sure. And they didn't go all the way back with it, but it still, I'm sure it helped. But we got stuff in the back of this one here. I don't know. I think this transmission here come out of that van that we had, that we traded for that yellow van.
Oh, that brown one?
Yeah. This is a C6 Ford transmission, 3-speed, and it'll go behind a 302 or a 351. So that's a pretty good find there. I think that's like a 255 or something. It was supposed to have been a 302 and it wasn't.
Oh, that's that motor.
Yeah, that motor.
That motor.
There's a 302 up there that come out of that van that's locked up really bad, rusted up real bad. And there's another transmission up there. I think it's a C5 transmission that come out of that yellow van. But we're one day, if we ever get the time or the money, we'll take y'all along for a ride in one of these old trucks. And we're going to pull this bed off this truck and build it like we did this one. The only thing I don't like is it's only got the wooden stuff here, which this one had all the original metal on it, which was pretty cool. I did like that part of it. But that's the story behind the 48's. So we got this one from, I call him Uncle Eddie. He's a real good friend, real good guy. Got one arm. His last name's Heck. Nobody says, Eddie, what the heck?
What in the Eddie heck?
Yeah, what the Eddie heck? But he's good. He's good people. That's the one we got from him. Like I said, we got this one. I don't think we really saved it from the junk iron place, but the old boy said if he hadn't have sold it, then it was going to junk iron. And I kick myself now because he had a 76 Ford sitting right beside it that he wanted $700 for. But living up here, I had no place to keep it, and I think he done got rid of it. He had a 46 Ford. It was an F6 46 Ford sitting right beside this one, but he wouldn't get rid of that one. So I really wanted the 46, but he wouldn't get rid of that one. But
Your dad had 46?
yeah, that one the dad has is 46, but it's an F1. And that was an F5 or an F6. It was a grain truck, just like this one. But anyway, I really like the old trucks. They do run. I just have to get points for this one or a condenser or something. It wasn't firing last time I tried to crank it. And it's been probably over a year since we've had them running. I think Anthony drove this one to graduation or something.
Was it that one?
Yeah.
The one I took their picture in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Did we have them?
Huh?
Didn't we have one of them and the 52 over at his friend's house for pictures? Wasn't
I think
was
we
it
had
that
this
one? Or
no,
this
I think
one?
it was this one we carried over there. I can't remember.
It drove though.
Yeah. They drive. I just got to get tires, or I'd need to find some rims because that's these old Widowmaker split rims there.
Anthony would say, "You need all the tires."
Yeah.
No, you don't. It's
No,
just
you need
sitting
all the
here.
tires.
It's just sitting here.
That strap back there is playing a tune.
Yeah, I thought it was a woodpecker. I'm like, what in the world is that noise? 'Cause that's exactly what it sounds like when the woodpecker's pecking on the dang house right above the window. Jackhammer.
But that's the story of the 48's, and maybe here in the future we'll get over here and get them running again. I'd like to take them home. We can, dang, in the world.
Stuff in the way? There you go.
And you were about breaking the window out of it. They got one in it. But whenever we get the square body running and maybe a better motor, or
Acting good.
maybe rebuilding that motor, then we're going to pull one of these trucks home. One a year, I guess, just to get them home and build a shed over.
That does not mean you can buy more.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
No, it does not.
We're going to buy it. We're going to buy another one or two of them. I just hate to see them. I just hate to see people trash them.
It's history. You know? Right here is history.
Yeah, I hate to see people trash them. And I know it's not all original, but it's mostly original.
Mostly.
The only thing that's not original on this truck here is the fuel pump and the bed. And well, like I said, I had to change the springs because the springs were busted big time on it, so we had to change the springs on it. But that's the history of the 48's for since we've had them. So I guess hang in there with us. If you don't mind, throw a like in there and subscribe if you don't mind. Comment. Like I said, we got to do some work to the 52. We got a bunch of stuff I want to do, but ain't a whole lot of time to do it right now. But we get these running next time. Maybe next time on the next video, if I can find a 6-volt battery. So it's expensive, oh man.
They're hard to find too.
They're hard to find, and they're like $180. And all I need it for is to crank the truck and to crank the truck. That's all I need it for. And because I don't drive them, you can't really drive them. I guess you drive them around the block, or just most times I just pull up here and back up and park it.
Yeah, Anthony will drive around the block and just pull back in here and
It just ain't got no brakes on it, so you hate to. Of course, I guess you need brakes. I ain't got them on run a couple miles an hour. But that's all I need, just to get cranked up, keep everything going on it. So, anywho, that's the story of the 48's right there. So, I don't really know the story behind that one. The guy that we got this one from told us the story behind this one. The only reason I know that much of it. But I don't know the story behind that one. I don't even know where Eddie got that one. He just called me one day and said, I got what you want, or we got what you need. And we went and got it. It's still got a good straight bumper on it. This one's been KO'd or pulled on, I guess. This one's probably been pulled on, what it looks like. Probably got stuck and somebody threw the hook over it and jerked on it and broke it.
a little nervous getting that one over there home because that's a long way. Bowman, right outside Bowman, Rame, or
Yeah,
somewhere
that would
between
come
Bowman
from
and Rame.
Yeah. But, throw a like or a share or something in there and subscribe. Be pretty cool. Let us know what you want to see on the trucks. If you see anything that looks interesting, and we still got to work on the radiator on the 52, and then we're going to do some more work to the square body. We said we just got to get it. She ain't got much power left in her, so she's got a lot of miles on her, you can tell. But she's running good.
She's tired.
Yeah, she's tired.
She's tired.
But anywho, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
I just